Here's the review on the Ibanez AW54 Mini 3/4 guitar that I bought for my arthritic fingers after a lifetime of playing. I'll go ahead and play a little bit, and then I'll explain how I tricked it up, tricked up a very good cheap guitar to even be better. Oh, sorry. AW54 Mini 3/4 guitar, solid mahogany top, rosewood bridge, that Korea or whatever they call it for the bridge saddle. These are that Ibanez bridge pin system. It's not necessarily ringing my bell; it's adequate. NATO, I believe, NATO plywood back and sides, but the solid mahogany top you can't beat. NATO neck, you can see the scarf joints. The Cheapo Pegs, which I'm going to replace. The one thing on here I really don't like, these just slip and slide. I do that locking deal up here at the peg, and then when I put new strings on, I really torque them down. I don't have any slippage after I set up a guitar and put strings on. So what I did to, oh yeah, that Korean nut too. This came set up from the store that sold it to me. They actually set up and did a great job on it. One thing I did, the first thing I did was take a little bit of rosewood dust. You can see right here on the high A. The intonation was too forward. I pulled it back toward the peg. That's the only thing I had to do on intonation. When I got the guitar very nasally, just like I am. So I had a sinus condition, so I had to do a turbinectomy of the sound hole. And I opened up the sound hole back to the first ring with my handy Dremel and some sandpaper. I went in, and I really play around with my guitars. I know what I'm doing. Don't do this unless you want to destroy your guitar if you've never done it before. Get a friend to do it that knows what they're doing. So anyhow, I opened this up. Got rid of that nasally sound, but it's still a little bit thin and not a good bass response. So I went inside and sanded, especially these areas of the top. I sanded it down. I went into scallop because I scallop most of my guitars. I went into scallop, and it's pre-scalloped. It's not advertised. So great thing, scalloping. Over the years, this is just going to improve as it plays in with a pre-scalloped. My goodness, you can't find a guitar under, oh my goodness, what, $500–600 that's scalloped? $1,200 that's scalloped? Here's a scalloped guitar, solid mahogany top. The reason I bought mahogany, every mahogany solid top guitar I've ever played in my whole history, and I worked in shops and played professionally and all. Just had a standard response. You know, it's like the gold standard for tops. If you want a specific sound that's always quality, buy a solid mahogany top. So anyhow, here's my review on this. In closing, I'll let you know Ramirez, the great classical guitar builder, to prove his theory that everything's in the top, that the rest of the guitar really doesn't mean a lot, it's all in the top. He built a classical guitar, Spanish guitar back then, with paper mache back and sides, and his famous tops, and it met with rave reviews by those who know. Just sounded as good as any guitar ever. So if you're buying any guitar, and I went to a 3/4 because of my arthritis, mini guitar or any guitar, if you go with a solid wood top, now they'll say natural, that's not solid. If it doesn't say solid top, it's not a solid top. They'll use all kinds of terms. If it's not a solid top, anything else is plywood. Stay away from plywood. You can find a very inexpensive guitar with a solid top. This is one. I recommend it. I love it. I'll change the pegs on it and be playing this guitar until I'm an even older man. So this is Bill Romansky signing off. God bless you. You have a great day playing guitar. And this is the Ibanez AW54 Mini 3/4 guitar that I bought, and I'm very glad I did. Bye now.